a short track at Pocono? No, you're not seeing things. This is an actual circuit run at the Pocono Speedway for the modified usually, but the stars of the HARC Pro Series are here today, and Lucas Knight got the pole for race number 1. Knight, haven't talked about him too much this season in race number 1, but he's got a challenge underneath by Chris Dodd in the number 88. Can the Englishman hold off the Puerto Rican sensation that's been having such a great season so far? And in fact, he's been in race 1 all 5 races of the year so far. Chris Dodd being able to make it work as one of the earlier drivers on the racetrack. Knight's going to hold him off for a little bit. But Chris Dodd is having a great season, as we just mentioned. A lot of momentum following his win last week at the Jennerstown Speedway. He's had a couple of close calls early on and some misfortune in the early goings of the season. Homestead was a notable incident for him. Plus a incident at Brasstown Bald put him back a bit. But Chris Dodd has shown no lack of performance all season long as he tries to chase down the number 8 machine. Andreas Allen in the number 39 car ran in the All-Star 5-year race. He's going to make a little bit of contact with Mafuni Sanjuro and spin his car because he's slow in the middle of the racetrack and this is a thin surface. Caution would come out on lap number 6. Allen would continue, but he's got some pretty bad damage to that race car. Incident under caution, and Van Evenhoven in the 81, I'm not sure what Tony Green did to him, but the 81 machine was not too happy with Tony Green. So the 32 is going to get sent around. I think the officials might want to talk with him later on. Car number 45, Grayson Acevedo, got caught a lap down. He was supposed to get his lap back. There was some confusion about where they would start in the order, and he's going to run into the back of Chris Dodd. Grayson Acevedo in the 45 just plowed into the back of the 88A, and you know, Grayson Acevedo was one of the worst performing drivers in the HARC US Tour, and I can see why. That was an absolute bonehead maneuver, and Chris Dodd not too happy on the radio.
Are you kidding me? That's just great. Under caution and everything. My goodness, the 45, that's Grayson Acevedo, isn't it? Like Grayson Avocado, man, it's got for a nut for a brain. Can't decide if it's green or yellow. That's just fantastic. Remind me when this race is done and we get back home to tell Tommy to change the picture on the dartboard. My goodness, that's stupid, man. That's stupid.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Chris, as Dodd not too happy about what was happening on the racetrack. Coming to the restart on lap number 12, Lucas Knight would lead. Chris Dodd would still hang on the second, decide not to come down pit road. Annie Thomas with a challenge down low in car number 93. She's going to try and get by Chris Dodd. But Dodd, despite damage, is able to still stick with the number 8 of Lucas Knight. This is a short track, so not much in the way of aero. But I am still surprised with that heavy of damage on the peak antifreeze machine that he's able to run this quick on the racetrack. Knight's going to hold him off and lead that lap after the restart as everyone lines up single file afterward. Tylor Thaber got a win at Brasstown Bald. He's been doing great all season long, but just keeps running into problems. He's been surrounded by controversy, whether it's his doing or someone else's, and this time, Esteves Cortez out of Mexico is going to turn him.
Oh, for sake, Esteves. No wonder you lost that Concorde. Such a lack of talent, you can't pass anyone without driving right through them.
Thaber not too happy about the way Cortez raced him. That would not cause a caution, but this would, as Daniel Voiles is going to have a mechanical issue, stalls on the racetrack, and Joki Lethinen is going to dive in there on the 666 machine. Oh, just cut it too close to number 52. Lethinen would go out of the race, but Voiles would actually get that repaired and continue to compete in this one. But Lethinen not having a particularly great season, a lot of bad wrecks for the 666. Lucas Knight still leading this one, is going to pull out to a lead on the restart. Great restart for Lucas Knight, trying to get that Dodge to victory lane. A little further back, Fred Flintstone in the Flintstone Flyer. He is an avid bowler, but oh no, Fred's going bowling now. He's going down. Oh no, watch out. Oh, massive crash. Gets turned by Henrietta Fitzwater, and Karma comes right back at her. It was a full strike there. Has several drivers taken out of this one. There's William Brock as well, just to show you. Fitzwater getting into the F1 and then just comes right back up the racetrack. Ooh, John Gambit in the 5 gets involved. I see the 36 of Alex Rowe. I believe that's Michael Harvey in the 72. He's going to try and come back down pit road. And makes contact with Andreas Allen. This has been a wild caution. Grayson Acevedo also involved. Daniel Voiles, his car smoking. He's out of it. He's not the only one with mechanical issues. As Sidney Crasta in the 21, a mechanical issue under caution. An absolutely zany turn of events in the early going of this race. That was all on lap 23. But a shame for Sidney Crasta in the 21, who was having a decent showing. Trying to get a lot of points for himself in the early season. He's going to try and limp his way back down the pit road. But yeah, a lot of cars going out of that wreck as Lucas Knight leaves him down yet again. Annie Thomas actually got by Chris Dodd for the second place position. She's going to try and make a challenge for the lead. Thomas is going underneath. What can she do? Very thin racing surface. She's trying to get the pass in 3 and 4. And here comes Jerry Guerra in Nicholas Guerra in the 97 machine. Drag race to the line. The 93 is going to surpass him. Caution is out. And whoa, looks like I think the 93 made some contact with the inside wall coming off that, but she beat the car to the line. Let's see what happened. That's Tony Tavares out of Canada, who gets turned by Max Anderson, collects Aiden Shepard, and what a save by Tavares. 69 machine's been having a rough season, has one of the lowest point counts of all drivers, but that was a pretty slick move by the young Canadian driver in the Monster Energy number 69. He keeps it going with minimal damage. Restart, Annie Thomas, great jump off the line. She's going to keep the race lead away from Lucas Knight as Chris Dodd tries to make a challenge for the second place position. Annie Thomas, we haven't talked about too much unless it was for I guess a negative light. Involved in a lot of wrecks this year, has had a lot of bad luck, but now she's up front and trying to hang on to this one as we go into the second half of this event. Side-by-side battle for second place, though, as Chris Dodd's going to try and make that pass. Jeffrey Finguy, car number 92. He's been one of those drivers that's been having a bad luck season, and a mechanical issue is going to take him out of this one. That is an absolute shame. He started near the tail end of this field, and he was working his way up through the pack pretty good, but the Ruby, number 92, is going to go up in smoke. And Finguy just can't win this year. Just cannot win. He'll try and limp that back to pit road. No caution is out for him. So I guess he's not dropping too much fluid on the racetrack. Mitchell Carter in the number 80 has been a great story this year. He's been having an awesome season, and he's been just weaving his way through the field, getting aggressive with Chris Dodd. But Mitchell Carter has been close to winning a couple other times in race number 1. The Lithia machine's been fast all season long, and Mitchell Carter is really proving himself as a rookie competitor. He's already up to the second place position. Now he just has to chase down Annie Thomas in the number 93, who's got quite a few car lanes on the rest of the field. We want to talk about this number 97 machine of Nicholas Guerra in 5th place, having an excellent day so far. Great qualifying effort and a solid top 5 performance. Guerra's been kind of under the radar all season long, not really not doing poorly, but not really like grabbing the headlines. But this could be a good opportunity for Guerra to score some consistent championship points. You see up near the front, car number 80 is lurking, trying to get something to happen. But overall, a good day for the 97. I believe his brother Jerry's in this race as well, having a okay effort. Annie Thomas out front is going to overdrive the corner, gets up toward the wall. Mitchell Carter to the inside. A mistake by Annie Thomas is going to allow Mitchell Carter the chance to strike. Carter is going to go by on the inside line, side by side. Thomas still trying to make it work on the outside. Not going to happen. The Advanced Auto Parts machine will drop to second place as Mitchell Carter will lead his first laps of the day. And this is going into the late stage of this one on lap 55. So Annie Thomas has to make something happen quick. Speaking of a Carter, brother Justin Carter is sitting in the 10th place position, making it a good day for the Carter brothers. Justin almost went to victory lane at Jennerstown with having a very competitive effort. Did not end up doing so. Chris Dodd was able to hold him off as he and Chester Harvey had a battle. But Justin Carter up to 10th place, having a solid effort today. Trying to see if he can pick off a couple more positions and boost his points gains for today. You see ahead of him, there's DJ Curtis in number 33, the pilot machine, also having a good run today. Tony Green in number 32 has not had a lot of luck the past 2 weeks. Had a great run early on last week, but had a mechanical issue with just a couple laps to go, and the same thing is going to happen again. Less than 10 laps to go. Tony Green's going to lose a camshaft, and it's going to be the second DNF in a row for Tony Green in these late stages. Just no luck for the Golden Corral machine, despite some solid runs for the journeyman racer. See some of those cars that were falling behind with crash damage getting by as well. He makes his way down pit road. DJ Curtis, we mentioned, he was in 7th place. He's in a battle with Matt Engelram in the 47, but really held his own in the 5-year race. Had a really solid effort being a rookie this year and battling with all those legends of the sport. But DJ Curtis trying to regain some lost ground after a poor Jennerstown finish. This is a good way to do it. As he's going to try and race Matt Engelram, get by him. These two are side by side throughout these corners. They're putting on a great show. Engelram with a little bit of contact, trying to slow the 33 car's momentum. You see Chris Dodd there. I think that damage is starting to catch up to him. He's starting to get passed by a couple of drivers, as Nicholas Guerra is going to get by him on the outside line. Lucas Knight still hanging on to it. But car number 80, Mitchell Carter, still out front with 1 lap to go. Lap traffic is appearing ahead of him. That's Andreas Allen. Can he get by without a hitch? Annie Thomas is quite a few car lengths back. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He has to get by this car smoothly. Allen, a veteran of the sport, should give him some room. And looking to the inside, car number 80. 1 lap to go. Can he hang on to it? A little bit slow getting by the 39. Annie Thomas has reeled him in. Final lap. Carter's got that distance. It looks like Thomas might not be able to do it. Didn't catch the 39 car in the way she wanted. Final corner. Mitchell Carter will get his first career HARC Pro Series victory here at the Pocono Speedway Short Track. Excellent run for Mitchell Carter. We knew he'd get to victory lane sometime. It's just a matter of when. But now Mitchell Carter is going to reap the benefits, reap the rewards of this event. Great job to Mitchell Carter. Annie Thomas in 2nd, followed by Lucas Knight, Matt Engelram, working his way up to 4th. Then Nicholas Guerra, Chris Dodd, DJ Curtis, Mark Hankins, Nick Pericles, and Justin Carter.